Hello, everyone. Welcome to the third edition of the Goontionary podcast. I will be your host tonight, Caustic, and tonight I'm joined by my fellow co-hosts once again, Stamps,
Welcome.
Sweats,
Yo.
and Kadachi.
These.
Nice. And for tonight's guest, we have Peach.
Hello.
Welcome.
So tonight's topic is creative works. So music, art, writing, or just anything that you can create or what others created and that you're just
Anything's art.
interested in.
Anything
Anything in
can
the
be
creative
art.
medias.
Even hentai.
Oh,
Yeah, I know I had to bring that
You're
up.
starting
All right,
off
man.
strong.
Starting off like this, okay?
That is,
Out of
it is
pocket.
an art form.
I guess it would be, yeah. I mean, that's art.
Anything is art,
That
unfortunately.
is quite literally art.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, anything can be art, though.
Yes, indeed.
Anything is art if you
Hmm.
see it as art. That's why they have all those like how at the art galleries where they just have all that abstract art where it's just a bunch of blobs on a piece of
Yeah, and you look at
Yeah.
it like, what the fuck is this?
and it's like they say to you it's like so see this art piece. What do you see? And then you're just like
It's
A fucking
interpretation.
disgrace.
Beauty.
Something
It's-
not worth the $3,000 that it's up there for.
It's the exact same thing where people kind of question, am I an artist? Do I create art? Am I good enough? But the real answer to that is anyone can be an artist. It doesn't matter how good you are.
True.
As long as you express yourself, you're an artist. And if you consider yourself to be an artist.
Now, are you a good artist? Is
Okay.
subjective. So
It depends
In
because
one
a lot of
person's eyes.
things, a lot of it really depends on everyone's aesthetic preferences.
Yes.
Someone can look at a piece of work and think, "Oh, it's beautiful," but the next person might think, "Oh, what do you see in that?" So in reality, it just all depends on the person, and no one is really like better than anyone. It's just their ability to go further, such as like with realism and stuff like that. It's their ability to express a story in one piece of paper
Hmm.
or canvas, I should say.
hmm.
yeah, art is very subjective. So I mean, in my eyes, some people's art that I'd see would be like not good. You guys would probably be like, man, this is so clean. Wow. I mean,
I don't know, man.
Busting.
Yeah.
I find most art to be pretty busting. I'm not going to lie. I don't
Why
know.
did you say it like that?
There's
busting.
also
What?
experience.
I'm
Hey.
busting. This shit busting.
This
That
shit
shit-
busting.
Busting. I like it.
Busting.
This shit busting. I like it.
Busting. Or pronounce
This
it
this shit is
T.
busting.
This ought to be poggers.
This is busting.
This
Fairly,
art is-
fairly
Go to
true.
an-
Yeah.
I go to an art museum. Man, this art is really bothering.
The guy in front of you is like, "What the fuck are you
Did
saying?"
you just call my
Like you just got these very like formal people just surrounding this incredible art piece like the Mona Lisa, and then there's just some dude at the back like, "Yo, that shit's poggers."
Oh,
Those-
what the
titties
fuck
on
are you
her.
saying?
This man
You know
is
those
insane.
premiere
This
nights?
art
or,
looking
like,
sussy.
Stop.
Those premiere nights and those fucking nights where they like show like a art piece. And they have
Reveal.
like a fucking yeah. They have like it fucking covered and everything.
It's like an open
And-
night, yeah.
Yeah, open night thing, and then someone just like yells out "poggers" as soon as
Yo, fucking poggers.
poggers in the
It's like Ice
backside.
Poseidon's in there with his fucking camera. Let's go,
Let's go.
He's just
Oh,
screaming.
I
bro.
ain't seen that man in a hot minute.
sir, you need to leave.
Fucking dude.
Sir, you are not busting.
We're not.
But, uh,
I'm not even gonna lie. I miss that man a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. So I believe we do have a artist here tonight.
Yes.
Peach.
Yes,
So-
I am an
And
artist.
also, Kadachi, would you say you're sort of an artist yet, or you're still getting there with your school and stuff, with your drawing and everything? Where
I
do
would
you
say
think
I'm
you're
still
at
a
in
fucking
terms of,
amateur.
like-
I can
Yeah,
draw, but I'm still an amateur. There's
Mm.
like we have a what is it? Peachy know this. The pencil mileage. I forget what it's called. Like exactly.
Oh, are you talking about when they put their thumb up to the pencil, or
No, no, no. Like the amount of like times you're drawing on paper or just drawing in general.
Oh, I've never
Yeah.
heard that term actually, but
Oh,
it's
that's
actually
surprising.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually only gone to like 2 drawing classes. The second one actually was only filled like with literally 5 people. One of them was a really old lady, but it's what my college offered. But yeah, so what is drawing mileage? Like, is there anything like deeper into it, or is it just like
Generally, like where amount of times that you drawn in your lifetime. So, for
Yeah.
example, you know how like if someone tries to draw like a curve or like a circle,
Mhm.
they might take maybe fucking 60 times, 30 times, depending on your like
Yeah.
how you do it, right? But if someone that's been drawing for a while, they just draw that curve like literally in like just like that, and it's
Yeah.
perfect almost. And it's just like it, the way my teacher was saying, or I heard was, it's just literally the amount of the time you've been drawing all your life.
Mhm.
And
Well,
I feel like for me, as I'm only starting like a digital artist. I'm always been like traditional, but I feel like I can do much more with digital art.
oh yeah. There's definitely regarding tools, uh digital art definitely has a lot more to offer because you have a whole hue of colors, like different tones to choose from, open to you as long as you have an art program. Whereas with traditional art, you have to buy like a canvas, art supplies, an eraser if you
Mhm.
need one. Um, but there's a certain quality to traditional media that actually like is aesthetically pleasing to me, and it's also very relaxing, calming, and it just has like an old. It's traditional for a reason. People obviously didn't have digital art way back when, so it's really interesting to see how people can express themselves in both medias.
Imagine if Leonardo da Vinci had digital art.
That man
Yeah,
would be
honestly,
so
so
Twitter famous. Holy moly.
well, but the thing is, like, that's something like I kind of thought about, but me being the least artistic person here, maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't think he would be as good as a digital
Yeah.
artist as he would have been as
That's probably
an
true.
actual.
That's
Because
that's
because
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah.
people I've met when I was in California. There's some people there that were artists. They'd paint, and they said they can't do digital art for for the life of them. The one that I talked to, because
Yeah.
it's just not the same as holding a paintbrush. They said it doesn't feel as as
That's
good.
it's definitely
Mhm.
true. Because I know that a lot of people, especially if they're going from traditional to digital, it's of course like a totally different medium. It's or not medium, but like media, just like a different way of going about things. But there's also like line control. Instead of relying on your actual hand, you're relying on a program or your tablet to apply that pressure. And you can't use your finger to do the perfect amount of smudging or even like a tissue or an actual blender. It's all in the program. And with the program, there's obviously many different customizations you can do for the brushes you use, and it just like all varies. But yeah, I myself actually, technically, I've been doing digital art for around just as long as traditional, but I started out obviously with a mouse, and when I got back into it with a tablet, it's totally different. I can tell you that much. So yes, that is true.
Mm.
Yeah, I was thinking. I mean, don't get me wrong, Da Vinci obviously was very good at what he
Vinci?
did, right? So maybe he would have been good. Maybe he just had the artistic
Yeah.
like galaxy brain that he could have just easily transferred into it. But
It was just a
in my
different
opinion, I don't
time
know.
too. But like I understand where you
Yeah.
were coming from. Like imagine if he had like the tools of today though. Like not even just
Maybe.
digital art. Imagine if he had like the brushes today. Imagine if he
Physical
had the
like quality. Oh
the
yeah,
ability to do shit today. Yeah.
holy
But
shit, yeah.
but I ask you this: imagine, or not ask, but like imagine if everyone was forced to only use traditional art. It
There'd be
works
a lot
both
of
ways.
there'd
That
be a
would
lot
be
of digital artists
very,
that would be not
very different. Yeah, because
some
there are
people choose.
probably a lot out there that did stuff as digital, probably like they never picked up
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
brush in their life, and then they like, they probably have like their computers and stuff, and they're just messing around. They're like, I want to try drawing, and then they try and do it on, I don't know, Paint Tool, Photoshop, uh, any program that lets you just
Yeah.
draw a stick man on the screen. Uh, like they probably saw that and be like, I could probably try this, and then they look, they go into the classes, or they self teach, because that also works. A lot of people have got around to just self teaching
I
themselves
feel
how
like a
to
ton of
Yeah.
do
artists
drawing.
nowadays are
I-
self-taught.
I definitely, with the thing about being self-taught, at least for me, there's certain things you can consider being self-taught. For me, looking on YouTube and other people's tutorials and stuff like that, you are learning yourself, but you're learning through others. So I guess there's a solid definition for it. But in my case, it's kind of, I would consider myself self-taught. But it's definitely a term that's like, I don't know. I guess it's up for the artist to decide.
Yeah, that could be pretty subjective, because you get some tips from like fellow artists on the internet, or even just like
Yeah.
like if you was in class with someone or something like that, and like you just take that tip, and then you just work around and with it to, well, improve your self-taught
Yeah.
drawing skills. It's like the
Kind
same
of like
with
a collaborative effort.
it goes into with what I do. So I've been using Photoshop for 6 years now, and wait, yeah, roughly 6 years, and it all started with just me messing around with just memes, like just getting this program, and just
Top
fucking around,
text.
and just
I
making just
bottom text.
stupid shit, all
Bottom
like just
text?
and then just showing to my friends, and then
And got the
next thing,
experience, right?
yeah, next thing I started doing like other things too, like that I didn't think I'd ever do, and then it went to like when I got into doing retexturing and stuff for like 3D models and everything for VR chat, because yes, for people listening, all of us here do play VR chat. We are degenerates. No.
Yes.
Quite addicting.
I wouldn't say
It-
I'm.
Played for a while.
I say, wait. Actually, I take that back. Yes.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Your
yeah,
chat.
as I say, like I got into doing retexturing and stuff like that, and then next thing I knew, I took on a whole course, because I realized that doing years of just messing around with just this program
Mhm.
brought out a lot of like I guess just talent that I didn't know I had, and then I thought, I'm gonna take this and like refine it to the best way I possibly can,
Mhm.
which learning from others and just finding out what does what, and then I got my diploma for it, and here I am still doing textures, memes, thumbnails,
Bottom text.
Absolute legend.
like proper compositions, stuff like that.
Yeah. It
It's
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely with just about anything. You learn it. You're not just automatically good at it. Although it can strike up some untapped and potential. What do they call it? Just like being automatically good at it.
Talents.
Mm.
Yes.
But I definitely think that it was kind of similar to me, where I would draw, and I obviously still draw. But back in, let's say, 2013 is when I really started posting my art online, I'd say. And I started getting not that much attention, but like other people would comment on my art, and I was getting feedback rather than just from my family, and it was really interesting because I would always see other people's art and feel inspired by it and inspired to learn so I could be as good as them, if not even better. But I I wouldn't improve my art to top them, because with art you can't really top someone else. It's all about how much you know and how much experience you have. Um,
Mm.
it's not a competition in the end, unless you enter
No,
a
it's not.
contest.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
competition.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, specifically with pixel art, um,
Oh,
it's
pixel art.
it's
That shit's
always
so
been
good.
I
a
want
struggle
pixel
for
art.
me, uh, and just like along with all my other art, just learning it and trying my best, and over time studying other people's pixels instead of copying them or heavily referencing them. I would learn from them. This person only used this many colors, maybe I should use a limited amount of colors. Oh, this person um, outlines their pixels in black, but it's not exactly black, it's like a lighter black. I should start doing that.
Hmm.
And it's definitely trial and error, but it's
Mhm.
really, really worth it in the end, I'd
Yeah.
say. Especially if you're
would-
learning by yourself.
Yeah. Now, would you say, this is for everyone here, like, because any of us who haven't never drawn in our lives or even done any other certain skill, could just decide one day, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick up at this and try to learn how to do this, however long it will take. Would you say that there is a bottleneck for, like, in what I mean by that is, like, you, like, for you as, like, individually, you can only do so much to where you just hit your limit, and then, like, you're just like, because not everyone, it's like, uh
Like an early
so,
barrier.
like some people, yeah, like some people can't just, like, some people have tried and they realize, oh wait, yeah, I can't actually do this. Like, would you say
Yeah.
that's true though? Like, would you say that they're just thinking that they can't do it, or do you actually, does everyone here think that um certain individuals, like, either physically or mentally just can't do said thing because it just doesn't process, like,
I
in their,
understand what you're saying.
like, skill, in their skill, uh what's the skill tree, I guess.
Oh, dude,
I
oh,
yeah.
sorry.
No,
Go
that's
ahead.
great. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I took maybe 3 or 4 art classes in high school, and I love drawing, and I enjoyed it because all the stuff, different concepts. I actually learned how to. My favorite, like, um our projects was around Sharpie pens, and it's just pure Sharpie pens, and that's it. And just
Ooh.
playing with like negative and positive like spaces.
Mhm.
That stuff was fun. And the reason I actually stopped for maybe, I think I stopped for like 7 years or something. I stopped drawing.
Woohoo.
It's because I felt like I wasn't good enough. Like my teacher on my last like year of like taking art class, she was like, "Oh, what is this? This is not like what I'm looking for." But I was like, "But I followed everything that you wanted me to." And then she's like, "No, no,
Yeah.
no."
Mm,
And then she keep like pushing it. Like I get it. Like it's like it's not something that she wanted, but like it's something that I enjoyed doing, and it was just like, "Oh fuck, this is so good." I was so proud, and then she was like, "No." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And it's
this
just
isn't it,
like it is
chief.
so fucking hard, and that's why I quit like 7 years.
Well, that's what they say. Art
Now
is
I'm in
so
graphic.
subjective, though. It's like it doesn't even matter if someone else doesn't like it. If you like it, that's what matters.
Yeah, even if the
Yeah.
Yeah.
artists themselves don't like it.
It's
Oh,
kind of
that,
like when you get
yeah.
negative feedback
It's,
on
so
something
many
you post
artists get that a
online, but
lot.
it took you a long time and you were happy over it. Be happy because it's something you enjoy. Like, if people don't get what you're expressing, that's not so much your fault as it is them for maybe not looking hard enough or not taking the time to appreciate it as much as you do.
Mm.
But everyone
Yeah.
has their taste. But for my answer to that question, I definitely know that with me specifically, there is an amount I'm willing to learn, but it's not even willing. I actually love learning new things, especially when it has to do with like coding, art, anything that has to do with art, even like other types of art, like 3D art or ways of creating things from nothing, basically.
Yeah.
And I noticed that with an interest in learning something, it's wanting to learn it just so you learn it, but there's also wanting to learn it because you really, really like it and you want to get better at it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's all about passion and willingness to go through that trial and error. It's kind of like with me in learning the program Blender, or even learning the art program I use now, which is Paint to Sai 2. It's all about like time and effort, and I think for me,
Definitely.
there are countless times with new things, new programs, or even just new altogether, what I'm learning, that I go through the whole entire day trying to learn it. I feel like I got nowhere. And I
Oh,
go to sleep feeling exhausted. But the next day,
man.
I'm like,
Boom.
I can learn more how to do that and do that faster. But
Oh, see that.
yeah.
Yeah, see that's a very interesting thing that you mentioned. So, have you guys ever had it where, let's say you're just doing like you're trying something new, or you're just practicing something, or like it can go down to even just like what's it it's happened before when people play games too. So it's just all in the
Mm.
same thing. So as Peter was saying, you're doing this all day and you get
Oh, yeah.
nowhere. But like you like you
Strive.
you try to you keep doing the same thing over and over, and then you don't get anywhere, and then for some reason next day you wake up and you do it instantly because
Okay.
what happens is that there's this, I heard this in a stream once actually, when someone was explaining this when they were playing a game. So with all the stress and like I guess just the really like intense like stress that you're putting on yourself trying to do this thing, and it doesn't get you anywhere, you go to sleep and everything that you just did, like it kind of just like it's like what's the word, it like it like sits in your brain and like like not manifest, what's the word where it
Let's
just
go.
like it just
Lingers.
yeah, it just
Sorry.
like
Creates
sits
a
in your brain and
pandemic
it
in your brain.
I sound like that, but what I'm trying to get around is that it's that because you try doing this thing for hours and hours at that moment, and then you go to sleep to rest, and then everything that you just basically put yourself through, it just goes into your brain or whatever. Then next morning, after like because you gave yourself some rest and all that, I guess, knowledge that you just of you know going through the stress of trying to do this certain thing, you wake up and then you sit back at your computer or whatever, and then you feel like you know it and you do it and you're just like, wow, that wasn't that, like, why did this take so long to do yesterday but it takes me seconds today?
You know what's funny? I procrastinate so much. Holy, I always tell myself, diamonds are made under pressure, bro.
Yeah.
That's
I
mean,
basically
you're
not wrong.
A lot of pressure.
a lot of pressure. Diamonds are made.
I guess
Need it, man.
the best example of what I was trying to explain is that let's say you're playing Dark Souls, you fight Nameless King like 20 times one night, you do jack shit. Next morning you beat him first try because you went through all that stress of trying to beat him the first time. the day before. So you get up and you're like, all right, I know what to do now. I'm
Well,
fucking this
because
guy
that
up.
break is so important, like genuinely important.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
that
feel like it could be
goes
taken.
it goes with yeah. Oh, sorry. You saying?
Who?
Chi?
I was gonna say fucking what the fuck? It's just for anything too. Like for example, like you're trying to learn like a tab for I'm gonna go in like the music category because it's still in the creative media. It's like if you're trying to like learn a song in the guitar, bass guitar, all that kind of stuff, and you can't get that perfect like fucking like solo and everything, and you keep trying and trying, then maybe some other day, like you literally, like you said, you go to sleep, and then the other day, the next day, you're just like, oh shit, I shredded that, bro. That shit busting. Ah, fuck. You're like, oh, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Just fucking busted.
Bustin'.
It's all
God.
about.
Busting.
It's basically our brains as like we as people. We love to learn, and we are constantly searching for ways to learn things, whether it be literally. It doesn't even have to be with schoolwork. It could just be with games and stuff like that. But we like something a lot and we have a huge interest in it. It's a cool and new thing that was presented to you, and you were told you can do this too. So you literally spend all of your time trying to learn. And some people are what's the term or word? Discouraged.
Yes.
Like discouraged by a lot of things like not being good enough, never improving, being at a plateau, basically. But for me, it's all about how passionate you are about learning something. Because someone can want to sing, and they can learn and get better at it, but it's all about literally taking time to learn and improve and practice and trial and error. Because with me, with art, back in like, I don't know, 20, or not 20, 2007, you compare something I drew in 2007 to something I drew in like literally right now, it's completely different. Even like you even look at some art I drew a few months ago, or even just 2020, and it's completely different. It's not just, oh yeah, a style change. It's literally I learned a lot of stuff in that amount of time. Someone who wants to learn something looks like Google's everything basically. But someone who is interested in learning and really wishes they could just automatically be able to do it might Google a few things, how to draw in 5 minutes, you know.
Yeah, quick.
Um,
1 minute recipe.
but
Yeah.
whereas let's like with digital art, let's say someone Googles how to draw in 5 minutes. They look up a YouTube video and then they try to draw, but it's really squiggly, and they start chicken scratching, which is a term used when you, let's say you're going to make a circle. Instead of just doing it in one flow of emotion, you draw forwards and then backwards, forwards, backwards, so it looks like chicken feet. A fun fact. But someone who is passionate about learning how to draw and really wants to improve really fast, but understands it's going to take a little bit of time to learn. Literally, like me, they see a new thing. They literally Google, how do you do that? And then they read up on it. They see other examples. They do it, and they say they run into a problem. How do you get over this problem? How do you do this? And then they search Google like all day. And sometimes they, like, let's say they have art friends. They ask them questions. So it's not so much about someone's just total complete raw ability to do it right off the bat. It's really about how much you search, how much information you gather.
Isn't it incredible, by the way, in this day and age that we can just do that now, like though, compared to back then?
Completely. Yeah.
Like we could
Wow.
literally search up literally anything on how to do certain thing to help us improve on music, art,
Fun
writing,
fact.
fucking gaming.
That reminded me.
Not even
Fun
creative.
fact. art students back in the day, like Leonardo da Vinci, um, they
Picasso.
would
Da
learn
Vinci.
from the masters, from the greats, the masters, and since they were their teachers, a lot of the students obtained a very similar style to them. So someone who learned under Leonardo da Vinci's wing may have a lot of his style, and that's one of the reasons why people what's the term look over paintings and portraits and stuff like that for quote unquote fakes isn't so
Yeah.
much even just fake, like someone purposely, I'm gonna just sell this on eBay. Fakes as in just a student drew them. And it's so crazy to me because nowadays everyone has such a diverse style. Some people have very similar styles, but it's so diverse and just everyone has their own qualities. Whereas back in the day, everyone had their own qualities, but they were also heavily learning from life, and they would put it on paper, and then students would learn from the masters, and then they
Because
would
that
get
shit was
their
passed
style.
down. It's not like you
Yeah.
could just have that
Yeah.
information at your fingertips.
And whoever could draw or paint like that was literally professional and amazing. And
Yeah.
but even so, like Vincent van Gogh, his art wasn't seen as being great until after he died, I'm pretty sure.
That is so tragic.
Yeah,
His story is
and
tragic as fuck.
it is
very tragic.
But yeah, so it's really interesting, just in
You
that
know,
regard.
That man deserved better. Like, poor dude.
I wonder what was going through like certain artists' minds when they would decide to draw like, like those really, really old art pieces, like
Renaissance?
Ooh.
like you're like you're talking like way back, like the what's it, like that art piece of Venus, all the gods and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that, like
Like
that's like that.
Renaissance.
Yeah, there is some
Yeah.
like creative mind right there just to come
real.
up with something like
Yeah.
that, all with hand, and
Or-
like especially like all the art that's like in the cathedrals and all those other places, like on
Oh
the
yeah,
ceiling and everything.
gorgeous.
That's
Or
insane.
they're
Yeah.
either really creative geniuses or they took the right type of drug.
Yeah.
And they didn't really. I mean, they were just
Yeah.
eating shit.
I've always
They were
wanted
just,
to like learn from old art. My favorite type of art actually from those times is Rubenesque, and I'm looking up now. It's from, there was an artist, a painter, way back when. His name had his name was similar to Rubenesque or Ruben something. My memory's terrible, but anyways, the term Rubenesque is basically thick women, or the thick kind of style
Okay.
of painting.
3 C's.
3, not 2.
Like-
3.
It's basically like you look up Rubenesque, and it's paintings of maybe even not women. It can even be guys. Like, it doesn't matter. But it's basically
Man.
women that are on not the skinny side, and I don't know. It's just aesthetically pleasing to me because how they're painted in like realism and stuff like that, and the style is just so nice to look at for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, it's personally one of my favorite styles. So
Well, I think my favorite thing about like that time, they put so much effort into their art, and it's still passed down to this day. Like, some of it, it's crazy to me. It's like, I wonder if they knew that they would have such an effect on the world to have their pieces passed down for
Oh, yeah.
so long that it's like still available today.
I don't think anyone really knows how their art is going to be passed down. Honestly,
It's wild.
They may be popular when they're live, but then fade out into not existing and then not really being remembered at all, or they can be tossed aside like your art isn't that good, and then everyone's like, they died, let's appreciate their art now. It's like, it really all depends.
Well, Yeah, you see it in music all the time. An artist passes, and then people start to listen to them and appreciate them more. Like a recent
Yeah.
example would be a manga author. The author of Berserk passed
Oh,
away,
yeah.
and that is a huge
Oh,
loss.
rest in
That is a
peace.
gigantic loss. And
I've never read or seen Berserk, but I've seen some of like
Yeah.
the themes he's drew, and like just from
the
one
panels
page,
are
one page
beautiful.
alone are like, how did you do that with your fingers?
He would literally go pixel by pixel when he was doing digital art. Early on, it was traditional, but later on when he was doing digital, he would literally do pixel by pixel. It was
That's
insane.
insane.
Yeah. And
Wow.
he his passing has introduced a lot of people to Berserk. So
Yeah.
it's
Definitely.
it's it's sad. It might never have an official ending, but people will continue to
Probably
appreciate it.
not.
I mean, people like, they'll probably do like theorizing stuff or what they think
Well,
will
and
happen.
I'm sure he took a lot of breaks. I'm sure he had like thoughts of where it was going to go. Maybe his wife someday will, give a idea of where it was
Oh
going to
yeah,
go.
he probably told her a lot of things.
Well,
Like,
he might have it written down too. Just have to see.
Yeah. I think they're probably still giving it like time before they
Oh yeah,
start doing
no.
anything with
There should be like at least 2 or 3 years before like they
Ways
even
apart.
say anything.
yeah, like they'll be like, okay, we like
It really is just up to the family.
they'll be like,
you know?
yeah, they'll be like, yeah, time's passed on and stuff now, but like if you guys want like Berserk to have like what happens next, he had it all written down somewhere, and they reveal
That would be
it
like a
and they're
perfect statement. It's just like
yeah,
if you guys are interested, so
yeah.
and so. It's just you see it all the time with posthumous like albums and stuff from artists. They have to have the
Oh.
family's consent. It all comes down to the family
Yeah.
or the person that
And-
he would want to have that like next reign or like
Yeah.
control of his actions after life.
Yeah, segueing into that actually. Speaking of artists, music artists,
Oh.
Ooh, she got me bussing.
This
Now.
is
now
my time.
what we been jamming to, huh? We all been
Juice
listening
WRLD
to.
Been listening to-
anniversary edition of Goodbye and Good Riddance dropped 2 nights ago.
DJ
Yes.
S3RL.
Oh my
Yes,
god,
we are.
S3RL is a fucking legend.
A lot of that and J. Cole.
J.
Cole.
Cole's
Do you
new
listen
album
to-
is also
The new
very
album
good.
is so good.
Yes, the new album's absolutely
Amari is my
popping.
favorite song.
I've also been listening to Mother. I've
Mother.
been listening like for a while, but I've still loved their music.
Favorite
It's
genres,
bussin'.
go.
Favorite one?
My favorite genre. I mean, that's a harder question for me because my
Breakcore.
favorite is actually classical. I love classical music so much. but
Really?
the one that I've listened to the most is probably rap.
Yeah, like
Just hip hop in general.
my
It's like-
my like music has changed so much in such short amount of time, with it only being like a couple years at most. Because I used to just like restrict myself to listening to like only like 3 or 4 like artists slash groups, because I just didn't care about music that much back then. It would be like it'd be Imagine Dragons, Gorillaz, Rag and Bone Man,
Yeah.
and AJR, and then
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of it, and all of it also being like, and 21 Pilots, and a lot of it also being just music from like Monster Cat, like dubstep, progressive, like all that stuff that they do. And then as time went on, no, I'm coming to that. And then I got introduced to just a lot more music from all my friends and stuff. And then next thing I know it, I now have like a playlist of like 2,400 songs of just like everything. Like you're talking like just everything and everyone pretty much. And I know there's like tens of thousands of more artists out there that I probably have yet to listen to, but it just goes to show like just being introduced to so much more music just like opens so much more like of how much you actually like. And I used to just like my favorite was alternative rock because I loved Imagine Dragons and I still do. Like they're like always going to be my favorites. But
Imagine.
now my
Why?
favorite is just straight up like rap, R&B, like all that stuff. I love them all. Like
Wait, Causya.
Juice,
I'm
Trippy,
I'm
J.
imagining the
Cole, Lil
dragons. Where are
Baby,
they?
Da Baby,
What's
like
next?
The baby?
Let's
baby?
go.
Let's
Hey,
go.
no, unironically
And a
though,
5, 4,
Trippy
3?
is actually
Oh,
really good. He's a really
Maybe
good
so.
rapper. Like he's
He is
actually
very
really,
good.
really, really good.
Genuinely.
Um,
I was gonna say.
My if I may, my favorite genres are so vast. Like I can't really put my finger on one.
see if they okay, this is the way I like to when somebody says that, you can only listen to one genre for the rest of your life. What is your choice? If you don't pick, then you listen to no music ever.
Oh.
Probably. So the genre of S3RL is happy hardcore, but breakcore has actually always been in me, you know. And if no one understands or knows, I should say, what breakcore is, think of a song on a CD that has a ton of scratches and somehow melted with another song, and ADHD was thrown into it. So it skips a lot, and it's just completely broken. And then there's some screaming added sometimes, maybe even
Screaming really
anime
tops you off.
elements. But yeah,
I love a screamo.
it varies. Basically, it can go from like anime clips that are glitched down into a song, or like just totally original stuff. But I love when things sounds like not. I won't say spooky because spooky is just like not the term. But yeah. For me, it ranges honestly. I literally have for almost 5,000 songs in my liked songs on Spotify.
Damn,
And
it's
And
double mine.
if I didn't
feel ya.
delete my old Spotify, I'd probably be around there.
yeah. I
Yeah,
also have
around
songs
that.
saved on YouTube. But yeah, any song that piques my interest, I literally like it. Although I listen to a lot of genres, there are certain songs that I stumble across that do like they hit different, you know.
Can I
Yeah.
introduce you to Megalovania by chance?
Oh my! I knew
Yeah.
you was gonna
I've
say
never
that
heard.
at
You
some
know,
point.
I've never
Bastard.
heard of Megalovania.
It's a
That's a joke.
it's a
But-
fantastic piece. You should check it out.
oh yeah, okay. I'll write it down.
Fantastic piece by a band that put it together in a month of work.
It was one guy.
Took me.
How
Yes,
long
it
did
was
you
fucking
have that?
gorgeous.
Switz, how long did you have that song playing in your thing? I
think
can't
the
remember.
most when my Spotify did the rewind, it was 1,050 hours or something. It was 1,150
Oh
hours.
my
Yeah.
god.
Shit.
That was me with Better Now in like 2018 by Post
See,
Malone.
Oh
I
my
would literally
God.
just
You know how-
blast that shit.
Yeah, you know how you have a song. I don't know if it's you guys, but when I hear a song and I really like it, I'll have it on repeat for like a week or two, right? Just to
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I can't not listen to it.
That
But
was me with the After Hours album from the weekend. I literally had that one for like months straight.
yeah, with Megalovania,
Yeah.
I never when I'm playing if I'm playing games, if I'm like watching anime, but I'm reading probably because it's subbed. I'll put on Megalovania in the background as like just a listening to and chill like song. So that's probably why it was so high, is because most of the time I probably wasn't really focusing on Megalovania and was playing a game just to have some noise. But it's not my favorite song by a long shot, but it definitely is a nice vibey song.
Hmm.
Do be
Definitely.
pretty good song.
Yeah. I think one of the things I've been doing more, like especially since most of the artists that I listen to like passed, like Mac Miller,
Oh, rest in peace.
X, fucking
Yep.
even though Peep, like I didn't even mess with him all that much until he passed, and that's something I was gonna bring up. Is like most,
Yeah. Oh,
doesn't it suck like you find out about an artist after they
it's
pass
so
away? Like it's
fucking shitty. Like
yeah, it's
that,
so bad.
just they only get their fame after they're gone. It's
Uh-huh.
just It's
Or like their
unfortunate.
fame is further increased because like
Like,
for
yeah, oh
people
yeah,
like
that
Mac,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mac was definitely already pretty popular. I would
yeah,
say X was also pretty popular. Lil Peep, he was pretty popular, but I don't think he was on their level as far as popularity until after he passed.
yeah.
But
It's
Yeah.
like,
it sucks that like,
It's unfortunate, but he didn't really peak until after he passed away. I wouldn't say.
and I think that's a shame because like what the people peak for usually is like something that's like they've released when they were alive, right? It wasn't like a posthumous album that came out that he recorded, you know, and was never released. It was like no, these songs were already out, and but people just didn't know about him until after it, he passed away.
Yeah.
So same thing with X too. He had a lot of really good songs, but didn't
That
really.
song that him and Peep made together, the thing he says at the end, he's like, if they knew of each other when they were both alive, it was like, they were so much like each other that it's just like
like
an artist passes away and they just
there's
regret it so
there
bad.
is something
Yeah, Falling Down's a really good song.
there is an interlude that X says in one of Lil Peep's songs, "Falling Down," where
Yep.
he literally says like uh and I quote like in the song he says his name will live, brother. Bro, I feel hella shitty because it's like, yo, like if I would have known he was so cool, and it's like, yo, if I would have watched interviews sooner, bro, we were so alike. It's unfortunate because it's like when people die, that's when we like them, because your remorse kind of makes you check them out. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And then he
Mhm.
fucking died.
And then he
I know
fucking
it was
died.
it was crazy. We lost Mac, Lil Peep, and X within like
And Juice.
and Juice.
Within,
Oh
like,
yeah, and Juice, bro. Within like
Oh,
a couple of years, like not even. That's so
yeah.
sad, man. And
really
there's
unfortunate. Yeah.
And
it
they're
happens to
still
so many.
going. Like we lost TMX, we lost Pop
Yeah.
Yes.
Smoke, we lost fucking um
Pop Smoke was good too. That
Yeah,
who
he
else
was.
was there?
Pop Smoke
He
was
was
really fucking good.
he didn't have like that's the thing, like he only just kind of started too with his music.
he was
like,
just starting to pop off. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
I will say he wasn't like just beginning, but he was just starting to get like the traction really. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you listen to like if you really listen to his music, like his shit was actually really, really good. Like it just didn't, nobody was catching it yet, right?
Yeah.
But
Needed some time still.
yeah, so that I thought it was just interesting, like posthumously, like listening to people and then be like, damn, why didn't I hear about this sooner?
Yeah.
That's why I'm loving, like I'm finding out about a lot of artists, and like I'm really enjoying them being here now, especially nowadays where it's
'cause
so easy to
that's
just
that's another thing
die,
too. It's
honestly.
like you find out they're gone, and then you listen to the music and you fucking love it, and it makes you feel so much like
Yeah, because
like
you'll never be able to
regret
hear anything new from them ever again.
Yeah.
that, and you won't be able to see them live. You
Yep.
know how shit that would feel. Just you wouldn't even be able to get to be
I
at one of their
remember
concerts.
I remember when I was younger talking about going to a Juice WRLD concert with my friends.
Oh,
and we
dude,
never
I'm
got a
so
chance.
sad I
Yes.
never got around to.
Bro.
And
That would have been so sick.
my dad was a huge Prince fan, and Michael Jackson, and both of them
Same.
I
died pretty
love
young.
those two.
Um,
I love those two
and
so much.
he was pretty devastated when Prince, passed away. So I was asking him like, did you listen to Prince? I mean, he obviously listened to Prince a lot, but I was like, after he passed away, did you listen to him a lot more than you did back in the day, just to like remember when he was alive? And he's like, I mean, yes, because it's not really something that you ever think would happen to somebody as young as they were, like
Yeah.
you don't ever think about it. But then when it happens, you're like, oh my God, I fucking love this guy. Let me look at the reasons why, and then pull up all of his discography and start listening to all his music again, right? But it is shitty. It is very shitty to lose
I
artists at such
still
young ages.
I still remember that day where Michael Jackson was up on stage in
Oh, man.
2009 saying about he was going to do like his tour or whatever. And
It was
me and
so
my mum were
weird because at the end he
me,
was like,
me,
"This is it."
me and my mum were watching, and she was so excited because she was going to go see him live that
Where
same
was it?
year,
Where was it?
2009.
Where was it? Where was the tour? It was England, right?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was because my mum was going to go see him, and then he passed away, and my mum like almost like started
Yeah.
crying.
I was
'Cause-
with my grandmother like the day he passed, and we were just watching the TV, and it was like we were just kind of like sitting there in shock.
Stunned.
It was
Yeah.
a wild moment
Like,
when he
I
passed.
still remember my mum blasting the Earth song like at full volume.
Bruh.
Such a fucking good song.
He
People
had
like
so
don't.
many bops. Holy
I don't
shit.
think our generation, or like I don't even see our generation because ours, as in like 90s kids and above,
Yeah.
understand how absolutely popping Michael Jackson was. He took
He was
the
so
king of pop
good.
for a reason. This motherfucker took over
Yeah.
the game and just destroyed it forever. I don't think there's anybody that's going to be dethroning him.
Like you like you're definitely you're not a Michael Jackson fan if you didn't at least try moonwalking in your bedroom at least once or
Bro.
twice.
I still
I was like,
tried. I
how
don't
do
know
you
how the
do
fuck
it? How do you
Like-
fucking do it?
I mean,
Like,
How does he do it?
he's not just a good singer. He's a good performer. He can dance.
yeah.
He's a
Honestly, he might have
good
been a better performer than a singer.
no.
If we're being honest.
I would disagree
No,
with you. There.
I think that he was genuinely so talented on the stage.
He
He could
was.
make a
Yes.
crowd literally insane.
He was, yeah. But there's people now that can dance better than him, right? Like I think honestly, Chris Brown can perform as a dancer better at a concert or like as a live artist. But I don't think Chris Brown's a better singer than Michael Jackson.
Oh, fuck no.
Michael Jackson was probably, in my opinion, I mean, it's also opinionated. That's why I love art, subjective to everybody's eyes. I
True.
think Michael Jackson is one of the best artists, singers of all time.
I also agree with that.
Oh
He may not have
he's
like
popping.
he had a pretty poppin' vocal range, right? Prince
Yeah.
too. Prince is probably one of the best musicians ever. He played every instrument. I believe he had a concert where he played like at least like 5 or 6 instruments in the entire concert. Like he played
That
the
is
guitar,
insane.
went on the
That
piano,
is
got on the
insane.
keyboard.
Wow.
Like this man is,
Now-
and he's
That
insane.
like it reminds me of like the people who learn like 26 languages. Like that, bro. Holy shit.
having that insane like I don't know what it is. It's not mental capacity, but it's like
ability to learn, like and
yeah,
gain and
all
keep
of
it.
those different things. I wish I had that. I can barely understand
I mean,
English.
with instruments, it's like if you let's say like if it's a different instrument, like completely different, then that's understandable. Like fuck me, that's gonna take a lot like of skill to do. But it's like when you learn one instrument and then you try another instrument that's similar to that one, you immediately like pick up and you're like, I can
Yeah.
do this.
So it's like I played the violin and my teacher in middle school when I was playing wanted me to try the viola. And I tried it. I'm like, this is actually really similar. Obviously, it's just a bigger violin. But Prince didn't like play the guitar and then play the bass. I mean, he did play the bass, but he
No,
played the fucking
he went to like
piano,
everything.
went to
Yeah.
fucking- he did everything, bro. And
The
it was
bass is insane. It sounds
is.
so good.
Yeah, yeah,
I
Oh,
would
it
love
is.
to learn the bass.
Now, so
I used to play the bass.
I was
Fucking
just about to
fantastic.
say related to what Sweat said. Any instrument players here?
Yes, I
You wanna
play.
bass?
Mayonnaise and
I
instrument.
play the piano, the violin. I can still play. I can play the bass, but not as well. I play the drums, and then the clarinet a little bit, but that's it.
I can play the guitar, but like not like I tried. I was like self-teaching, and like I even went to like a few classes and stuff of like trying to play a guitar. I haven't picked it up in a long time. Maybe like not picked up properly. Like I'll pick it up and play around with it, but then put it back down. But I've not really got back into trying to learn how
Learning
to
and
use
stuff,
it.
yeah.
Like like I've still got a lot to learn. But I did play a few tunes and stuff. Like when I used to play a lot, it was nice.
I
It-
play.
it's
I'm
just
just playing the
play
fucking
guitar as
bass
well.
guitar, bro.
Forgot about that.
I play a little ukulele. I'm not a professional. Like I can't do like something on the spot, but I have been learning here and there. And I play Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Just all the typical songs, you
Oh.
know.
I'd like what I like doing is when it's like certain songs that I really like that I've picked up on like on Spotify or something, I'm like, oh, what's the chords for this? So I look up on
Yeah.
YouTube like if there's any tutorials on like if anyone's done it yet, and a lot of people have done a lot of songs that I've like that a lot of us like that's in guitar form or ukulele or even drums like like oh you hit these notes and then you sit down, you watch it a few times, and then you can even write down the chords too, and then I'd sit there and I try to learn it, and when I hear it at like when I'm playing it and I hear that it sounds similar to the actual song, I just like scream in excitement because I'm like, I'm playing it. I hear it. I hear
got
the
it.
song.
I did it. I did it.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I think if could learn another instrument though, like if I could master an instrument, I would really, really want to master the guitar. Like electric or acoustic doesn't matter. Just a
See,
guitar.
I have
Piano for
both.
me.
Now electric guitar. I've not picked up mine in so long. I have like um, my dad got it for me. It was a what's it called? Hold on, I can probably look it up. It's like it was pretty expensive, but my dad got it for the cheap of said person. I don't know how he managed to do that, but he probably like
Yeah, cheap,
something a
maybe
bit.
like 7 or 8,000.
To be honest, I would really like to learn how to play the bass, but I'm
It's
so bad at retaining information that I feel like I wouldn't like learn.
No.
Bass is
It's not as
pretty
hard as you
fucking
think. You
fun
just
to
got to
play.
get okay. So you need to understand this, the basics of it. Once you get the basics down, then you can start messing around and understanding like further, you know,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
like
it's
harder things. But
I'm pretty sure I have it's a Fender. I have a Fender electric guitar.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
okay.
It not extremely expensive. It was like I think he got it for like £150, but it was like technically worth like 300 or 400. Yeah.
I
I just haven't picked up on it in so long because
bro.
I don't know. That's the thing. I feel that it's just a lot easier just to pick up the acoustic because you don't have to plug anything in. You can
Well,
just pick it
yeah.
up, pick
yeah,
up, tune it, go ahead, like just play
Start
away. But then
fucking busting on
with
that
the
bass.
electric, you have
You
to
should
plug
also
everything in. You have to fucking
Yeah.
tune it as well, and then you just boom, boom, bass at full max gain.
you know,
uh,
I used to play the bass for a jazz band and like a band, like
you
where
like
everyone
jazz?
played the fucking yeah, basically played like fucking trumpets and everything. That shit was fun, but like I feel like I've dropped playing the bass guitar for like I don't know how many fucking years now, maybe 6.
Yeah.
And I always go back. So this is an unrelated note, but like if someone says what kind of superpowers you would want, it would be stopping time because it would give me a lot of time to actually learn the shit that I like enjoying doing without actually like worrying. Oh, I don't have all the fucking time to do this, or like I can just take my easy like like all the time just to learn an instrument. I want to learn the violin, bro. Like violin and piano. If I had like the instant like knowledge about like a instrument, it'd be a piano. But violin
Me
is
too.
something that I
Yeah.
want to like learn on my own. Because
I feel like
I was
piano is
gonna
something
rent a
so many
fucking
people want.
violin too.
So fun fact, I actually did own a violin once, like
Oh
a
shit.
trainee one, like a very cheap one, like it was just for training and stuff. And literally the whole reason why I got it was because I was obsessed with Lindsay Sterling. You ever heard of her? She's a
Yeah, I have.
electric violinist.
Yeah,
I don't
she's.
know if that's the right term, but yeah.
Yeah.
She played a lot of songs that has like a lot of them have like no vocals or anything. It's just her playing the violin like electric, and it's like
Dang.
very like electronic like EDM style. Sometimes it's pretty popping, and I was like listening to it like obsessively, and I was just like, I like turned to my mom and I was just like, "Can I get a violin?" And I was absolute garbage with it. I couldn't even I couldn't even get a sound to come out of the violin because I would just I don't know why even like like it was definitely an instrument that I hate to say that I gave up on easily, but it was just like I'm just gonna
Just
stick to
weren't
my
feeling
guitar.
it. Weren't
I'm just gonna
feeling it.
get to my
yeah,
guitar.
let me just master this first.
I think it's funny 'cause speaking about instruments, and technically art, I have characters that I created and drew, and I gave how many? Like at least, probably more, but like at least 3 of them the ability to play an instrument, and it doesn't really add to their story, but it's still something that's I found interesting because technically it's their instruments I've been wanting to play too, like piano, even violin, like you said, and ukulele. And violin has always been something I want to learn, and I feel like it calls to me. But then again, it's so much work, and you just like a guitar though, you have to remember the placement for the chords, and
Oh, definitely.
you
Yeah.
don't people get unless that's like if you don't play it right, but like they get like a neck, yeah, not a callus, but then they get like a place on their neck that's more rough because they hold the violin there. I can't remember if that happens or not,
I'm not sure.
but
I used
yeah.
God, that's another thing too with string instruments when you have to play with fingers. You have to toughen them up if you want to play.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I get blisters really
Yeah.
easy playing guitar.
like when not playing a guitar for so long and going back to it just randomly and trying
Oh,
to
dude.
play. It's so,
Yeah.
it hurts. It
My
hurts.
fingers, yeah. I own
messed
I
up.
own a guitar, a ukulele. I don't own a piano anymore. Freaking my family got rid of them. But there's like an electric piano. But the thing about the guitar, a guitar's strings are so painful because they're so thick and you press down on them. Ukulele is similar, but instead of being so thick and like, you have to press it down firmly, they cut into your fingers and it hurts so much. It doesn't actually cut. It doesn't cut. It doesn't actually cut through. That was like figuratively, but still,
Feels
it
like it.
hurts. It does feel like it. So it's either uh, kill your fingers from feeling. Sometimes you feel like it's pushing down somewhere it's not supposed to. But like, I totally feel what you were explaining.
There were ways like that some people did like alternatively roughen up their fingers before they play the guitar if they've not played in a while. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. It was like this I could probably look it up quick. How to roughen up fingers when learning guitar. I'm pretty sure they use yeah, that's it. They get a con swab and then they put it in rubbing alcohol and then they rub it over their fingertips like to harden their skin so that when
Fucking
they
strange.
play it just it's almost like they have calluses. But another alternative is that you put your fingers in salt water as well.
Damn.
It's very odd, but yeah, that's a one way to toughen up the fingertips if you want to, you know, get to
Toughen up the
jam
tips,
it,
if you will.
toughen up the
Ah.
just a tip.
Ah,
Why did-
that's the tip. There it is. There it is.
I
There
should
it
drop a
is.
one-liner like that at least once a podcast.
I'm going to bed. Fuck you guys.
I'm going to bed.
I'm
How
out.
about we take a cheers? We're
Cheers.
actually no,
Good
we're in
old
the
water.
1 hour mark. Oh god damn.
Oh yeah, damn.
Easy. Just
Alright,
another
cheers.
day in the work of the life.
Oh, quick tip as well for any guitarists or six-string players. If you want to remember what each chord is from top to bottom, you just say every animal does get big enough. And then you
Wait,
take
what?
the first letter of, you take the first letter from each like each word in that sentence and it literally spells out like the chords in
These.
order.
Totally
Oh,
didn't
oh,
take
right, I
anything
remember
you
that,
said out
okay,
of
yeah, yeah.
context. But yeah, okay. I immediately was like, okay, whoa. Forgot we were talking about instruments.
Okay, wait. I feel like okay, I wanted to do or not to do. I wanted to say this earlier.
Love
When
you
we
too.
were in the art topic where majority of my art pieces, I'm not going segueing back to art, but like majority of my stuff are accidents. Like I fucking like I'll be like doing something, doing random sketches and all that kind of stuff, and then I'll look at it. I'm like, okay, I see something, but I feel like a lot of like the creative media now, whether it's music or any kind of like art you can say, a lot of people are learning from each other's like mistakes because or not mistakes, but like accidents of doing something. Like for example, like slap bass.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's no like back then they didn't know how to do that. It's just an accident. They like, oh, you can do that. You can actually do that with
What the fuck?
an instrument. What the fuck? And it's just like people learn from that, and then it's just like not evolution. I guess it's just like ongoing like two generations of like what's the word? Fuck. But like it you literally just learn from like professionals back then, or like something like that, or accidents. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
I mean, he does.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying, but
I understand where you're coming from.
I get what you're putting down on the table.
I'm smoking
Yeah.
what you're smoking.
I'm smelling what you're putting down.
I'm smelling it.
Oh,
What the fuck is that?
stamps.
Yo, back that shit up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I need a drink for that.
I
Another
need to
one?
make a new one.
Oh my god.
I also need to
we're doing
pee.
that?
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay. Intermission?
Yeah, quick intermission. Talk about something. I'm gonna make a drink.
I got it. I'll talk.
Okay.
The fitness gram pacer test is a no. I have the entire thing memorized. I'm not gonna say it. But I've been listening. It's weird. Like I think the thing like that I was bringing up, like when people passed away as artists, I listen to them more. I've been listening to a lot of artists that passed away this year. It's only been really this year that I've been really listening to people like Mac and like even Michael Jackson and Prince. Like it just feels different when they pass away. I don't know what it is. It makes it seem like their music was even more fire than it was before, unfortunately.
I feel like okay. When I started doing this a long time ago, maybe 3 or 4 years, but
Okay, I'm
like
back.
when artists like literally like artists die and like you're like, oh shit, they're not able to like write new stuff or like make all that kind of stuff or see them live.
Yeah.
I've been trying to like every day I've been trying to like listen to more artists, like not underrated, like not underrated, I would say, but like just discover new artists in general, like whether it's rap or like metal. I've been listening to a lot of metal and
Yeah.
punk in general.
Mm.
I love rap. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
fuck.
My Chemical
But
Romance.
like I all that kind of stuff. Like I literally my my music taste range. It's just fucking so much now. It's just like because I try to like discover new artists before like they stop making music or they like something unfortunate happens, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like I don't know. I like discovering new shit.
Yeah, I didn't really
Same
listen
with
to
art stuff.
The fuck you
really
say about Nickelback?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Look at this photo. Okay.
I listened to back then. My genres changed a lot, but I listened to like a lot of alternative rock, like obviously Green Day and shit, like My Chemical Romance. And I feel like after time passed by, like, and those old they didn't nobody of the people, not Green Day or fucking My Chemical Romance passed away, but like as time went by, the more artists that passed away and genres that I listened to, I changed the genres that I was listening to back in the day to these new genres that I just recently got more into, like rap and hip hop and everything. Like I have not touched one of the old genres that I loved in years. Like
I tried to go back, like Green Day, all that kind of stuff, Billy Talent, all that like the old stuff that I used to listen to.
That stuff pops
It's just
up in my
depending
opinion
on the
every now and then.
mood.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's
I
the
love
point.
listening to shit I
Moods.
used to listen to, man.
Moods with the music is like
Nudes?
moods.
What the fuck, Caustic? All right.
Moods.
He's already
Moods.
now. All right.
Caustic,
Oh,
back that shit up. What?
The Kraken is taking
The
over,
mood.
boys.
The mood. Okay. All right. Oh wait. Speaking of which, what are we drinking tonight, lads?
I'm having
water.
good old H2O. If no one's heard of that,
yeah.
then it's on the market. It's like at least 0% alcohol. It's like so
Nice.
good. It's the palate.
Shit sounds busting.
You're busting, yeah.
That shit busted.
Yeah. Me and Sweats came to a bet the other day that we both drink Kraken tonight. We're
Let's
bringing back the
go.
Kraken. We're releasing it once again after a long
2 years.
like yeah, of it being, asleep in the ocean.
Cracking my
Uh,
wagon. Let's
Crack in my wagon. I miss that. Those were
I
those were
have my
fun
usual
times.
vodka. You guys
Mhm.
know I either drink beer or vodka.
Stamps
Drinking
is
me some
ill, so he's
H2.
not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's ill right now, so that's why
Feeling
he's
a
not
little
drinking with
sick.
us.
You might be
Yeah.
able to hear it in my voice.
We
It's also
almost
why
we
I'm acting a little
almost we almost did this without him actually, but
I
he
made
decided
I made an
to.
executive decision to
Yeah.
chime in at the last moment.
Yeah, because if Stamps wasn't gonna make it, like it would have probably been just me, Sweats, Chi, Peach, and maybe another guest. But yeah, not Stamps got up on his 2 feet and said, "Fuck it, we're doing it."
Yeah, dude.
Because you know why? He's not a bitch. Oh, maybe he is.
Because I can
Exactly.
fucking do it. Oh my god. I'm coughing like every 5 minutes and fucking muting it because it's so loud, but we're doing it.
You
We're
Bombay.
fucking doing it live.
You Bombay.
You Bombay, baby.
We're doing it. Dude, did you just quote that one
did.
I love that so much.
That video's fucking funny.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. John Lennon.
That's such an inspiration. That video, whenever I'm freaked out about stuff, I just like
Have you seen
I
the
think back to it.
RB of John Lennon and what was it? That was literally their first epic rap battle. Oh man, let me Google it because they
What are
had
you talking about?
the fuck it, we're doing it live.
Wait, wasn't that a clip from like a news channel?
Yeah, it was. But I'm psycho. The epic rap battle of history. It was John Lennon versus. Hold on.
Wait, was it an epic rap? Okay, I'm not gonna
Bill
lie.
O'Reilly. It was Bill O'Reilly that did it, right?
Epic rap battles of
John-
history.
That was the first. That was the first one.
Alright,
That shit was my favorite.
just to quickly mention, I believe Peach will be now
Mhm.
dipping for
Dipping.
tonight because
Yeah,
because
yes.
she's got plans that she was wanting to do before the
Yeah.
night ends. So
But
thank you
before
so
I
much,
water?
yeah,
Peach, for
Thank
no
being here.
problem. It was
Thank
a
you so much
blast.
for giving your input on everything about the artist life and all that stuff.
Yes.
It's it means a lot. So
Very much
Yeah.
thank you.
appreciated.
I'm always here for any art advice and knowledge because I've been drawing since I can literally remember, basically. And I don't remember much.
And she
But-
can draw.
Yeah.
Round of applause, my
but
friend.
Good luck to the rest.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And
Peach.
good night.
Good night.
Bye.
See ya.
Peace out.
Thank you
Peace
for
out.
joining us. All right.
Alright.
Back
just
to
the lads now.
the four of us.
Wow, we didn't even talk about hent. Okay, wait, never mind.
Wait, what? Oh, I forgot we mentioned that.
I'm
I was kidding. I was kidding. I was relaxed.
I mean,
I
if
feel
you
like
want to talk about hentai, no.
no.
Okay.
So I was gonna go
Hentai
back
is art.
where it's. Okay, yeah. Anything could be art, to be honest. Like I was just going to mention where
It's called a hentai.
any kind of
and
like
it's art.
entertainment,
It's
YouTube
art.
videos, or even this, our podcast right now, you can quote unquote say it's like a creative medium because everyone has their own like signature, I would say, or their own thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to like
I mean, you could say that entertainment is sort of a creative thing because you're just putting
Yes.
like your own improvision.
Yeah.
Your
And
own piece?
it like you put together all this stuff, like whether it be like a stage, like you create a stage for yourself and then you entertain everyone. That could be like sort of creative because you're just making it as you go. Unless you have a script, then again that's creative writing. It works.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
anything that takes like talent, that to me is art. Like anything that takes like extreme talent, to me, that's like an incredibly talented person.
For me,
That's creative art.
my definition of art is a way of expressing yourself.
Yeah. Expression.
That's to me at least. Yeah, because for example, like cars. like modifying your cars and
Oh man,
everything,
I love
that
that
could be
movie.
art. Oh, yeah.
I
Wait a
That movie's
minute.
busted. Dude, I have
Ciao.
not. Okay,
That
I'm
shit
sorry to go off
busted.
topic, but I have not seen the original Cars in like 2 or 3 years. And Cars 2 has been even
I've-
longer. I haven't seen that shit since it came out.
Bro, 2 or 3
Yeah.
years. I've not seen Cars 1 in fucking like 10 years.
God,
same.
dude, it's
Damn,
they're always just so
10
fun.
years.
When did
Oh,
Cars
yeah.
1 come out? Hold on.
2006 is the year I know it.
1980s.
Same year as Ratatouille, actually.
It's 2000 Yeah, dude, that's been way too long. That's probably more than 10 years,
Okay,
actually. Fucking
listen,
hell.
I have a presumption, or well, not a presumption. I have a question for all of you. Favorite
Okay.
movie of all time? Go.
Back to the Future.
Back to
Oh,
the Future.
dude. Fuck, there's too
Two.
many, man.
Two specifically.
For me, it would be Ratatouille. It is just such a beautiful
Ratatouille.
film.
Rats.
Listen, the
Oh,
animation
shit.
in Ratatouille, the storytelling, the world building, everything about Ratatouille. It is a beautiful, wonderful movie. I've said it since 2017, and it will probably be my favorite movie forever. I just the attachment I had to it as a kid, and the meaning that the world has to me. I will never get over it. If they made a
Can I
Ratatouille
give-
2, I would
Can I
take it no
give
matter
like
whether or not it was.
free?
Nope,
Can I give
one.
like
You
free
pick one.
films? From...
Only
Oh, I
one.
can't pick one.
Yeah.
Stop being.
I'll give you
Yeah.
time
Yeah,
to think
pick
about
one,
it
man.
because my favorite.
Alright,
Fine.
alright, Joker.
Princess Mononoke.
New
Let's fucking
Joker.
go.
Yes. Princess,
2019 Joker's
Mononoke.
my favorite.
Oh my god, that shit is fucking good.
Wait.
I also agree.
Sweats,
That would be
did
my
you know I
top
have
10.
Sweats,
Sorry.
did you know I have fucking Princess Mononoke tattoo on my shoulder, bro?
What?
What? Yo, send
Send
Yeah,
information
bro.
to me.
DMs.
Oh wait,
I'm trying to see
that
that.
could we could talk about that. That's creative art. That's
Tattoos?
toes. Fucking toes, mate.
it's still-
Yeah.
Are you okay? Why are you
Yeah,
saying
it's still
toes?
expressing. Toes? What the
Tattoos. Tattoos.
Oh,
Am I
toes.
am I slurring my words?
You're a little
You
slurry.
drunk already? The
Small
cracking
amount.
already? Okay? Oh,
I don't feel drunk.
I'm fucking with you.
The Kraken's not snuck up on me yet. I do admit.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
The Kraken
Sinks my
snuck up.
sinks the ship in my brain.
You have a brain?
Tattoos? Dude, that's a whole ass thing. Like,
Yeah, I want to. I don't have
like-
one yet, but I want one.
I
I would
still
like to
don't
get
have one yet.
want to save maybe $7,000 just for a whole ass sleeve.
I want like
Oh, man, sleep
They're
would be
so
dope.
expensive, bro.
yeah, there's
maybe
some
6
mad
grand.
tattoo concept I've had in my brain, like in my mind for like a long time that I wanted to try and like get someone to do for me. But for starters, I've never had a tattoo, so I don't know like if I would even be able to handle it because I know some people just can't do tattoos because they're just like
The pain.
their pain
Pain
tolerance is just too much for them, you know? Like
I mean,
yeah.
I know people that has like very low pain tolerance. It really depends on how long the session is and how big the tattoo you're getting. Especially
And where you're
if
getting
a
it.
s-
Yep.
Yeah,
And the artist.
where you're getting it, it's definitely a big factor because some people, they say it hurts more in their chest and it hurts less on
I've
the
heard that
shoulder
it hurts
or
very badly on like your
Oh
sternum.
yeah, if it's getting
Yeah.
if it's on the bone,
But-
like then
it really
fuck.
depends though. For me, it hurt more on the shoulder than the chest. The chest one was fine, but I
Oh.
know a lot of people say the chest one is definitely the fucking like more
Killer.
painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it depends on the person. I would say.
It was, yeah, that's what I mean. There's certain parts of your body that are more sensitive than like others. Like
Well,
you
it
you know
depends on the person, too.
you get you know you get like punched in the arm or whatever, and you're like nothing, and you like fucking like I don't know
Sweats, look at the-
you catch your finger inside, and you're like ah.
That shit hurts.
Oh, let's go! You got the
Oh.
mask and
Look at that.
everything. Let's go.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat. That's
Hey,
the
how,
Princess Mononoke,
for
bro.
those listening, for the YouTube video, she just posted a picture of his tattoo in one of the text channels,
Princess
which is
Mononoke.
And it is
And-
busting. I will
it is
describe it for you.
bussin'.
It's a mask, and it's red, and there's golden eyes, and It's furry, and there's
What
two.
the fuck? Wait a minute.
There's two little like spikes, like the little like on the end of like a spear, and then above that there's like two eyes, and in the middle of that there's like an arrow pointing down. There you go.
It's
Right.
sans. It's sans. Haha. It's
Sans.
san. Don't. We're not sansing, but the character san in the show is mask.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Sans Undertale.
Okay, this is a question for everyone and for you guys.
Okay.
If you were able to get a tattoo for your first one, what would it be? I don't know if you guys already have idea. What the fuck?
The
Well, I
Scout
was just
Regiment from
ex- I
Attack
mean,
on
I
Titan.
Because it's gonna
I
be
mean, I
stuck with
was-
you, right?
I was just explaining, like, I did have an idea, so I guess I could explain, like, I
Go
could
ahead.
say what it was. So, what I had in mind, considering it's kind of a huge fucking, I probably won't be, it probably won't be my first toe, but it's definitely like one that I really want, maybe a second toe.
Yeah.
But I mean, technically, it's going to be free if you count that, I guess, because it's going to be like 3 sections. So what I was going to have a an owl, like, and a crow,
Oh.
like, flying in like a circle. So like it's like one's going one way, one's going the other way, like in like a circle motion, and the earth is in the middle. So the owl would represent me, and the crow would represent my mother,
Aw.
and the earth would
Great
just be
idea.
in the middle. Like we're just going around the world.
Around
fucking sweet.
Sweats.
Around the world.
Around the world, around the world, around the world. That's gonna be in my
Alright.
top 15 of this year for sure. On Spotify.
On your fucking
Yeah.
Spotify.
So,
For
Sweats, what's
me?
your toe gonna be?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna match mine with someone, so I don't know what it is yet.
Oh.
I gotta talk to them. I don't know. It's hard, dude. I don't know. I've never had a tattoo. I'm scared, man. I don't know.
I am also.
I just feel like it's gonna be so painful, and like my head. I think the problem is my head is super soft, right? But it's not like obviously I'm not gonna get tattooed on my head, but like because I have a lot of pain when like my mom brushed my hair or like comb my all that stuff. I feel like my skin is just gonna be just as sensitive. Maybe that's just a bad way to like think about it, but like I'm really worried that it's gonna hurt so much that I'm just gonna fucking cry like a little bitch. But I think one of my first tattoos is gonna be just his skull, Sans' skull. Just
Great
because, yeah, just for the meme. I don't really think I want to get anything like super serious, like nothing I'll like regret having.
Nothing that
in
has
5 years.
meaning?
Yeah.
If that's what you mean?
Not like full meaning, but I don't want anything like super deep, right? I just want a fucking
Yeah.
random tattoo, right? So
Yeah,
Right
some
now,
people,
I know,
some
dude,
people are wild out with their toes.
They fucking do. And I for me, Attack on Titan means like the world to me. I want to get the Scout Regiment tattooed on me, like the emblem.
That would be kind of sick.
Yeah, I've thought about it, and I want that to be my first tattoo. Not that big, but somewhere on me,
Mm.
my arm or something.
I'd probably have like I said, I would have that huge one, but that again, I don't know yet until I try it. So if I was to have like a test run, I'd probably just have like a little owl just on my shoulder or something like that.
That'd be pretty
Like
cool.
just a little standard owl, just chilling,
Just
on
a
like a
small
little
amount
piece,
of owl.
on like a little branch or something, or just flying.
Yeah.
Or a tribal style, because I did have I did see a toe
Ooh.
that was like tribal, shaped as an owl.
yeah, tribal
So-
tattoos are pretty dope.
Yeah.
A lot of Hawaiian
For
friends.
those listening and also on YouTube, I love owls. I'm just saying that now.
This man
I
is
fucking
addicted.
love owls.
He's addicted.
I can never own an owl because you dedicate your life to them, which just sucks because they're not meant to be domestic. They're like
Yeah.
like they're wild. Like you gotta make sure they live like they're wild in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some people like have treated them like they're fucking cats, and I don't know how the fuck.
How?
Well, that's because they are cats. Owls are cats.
Go on.
Like
Yeah,
they
go
act
on.
they act like cats indoors. It's amazing. There's so many videos where they just act like it. It's so cool.
What the? I had no clue.
Yeah, it's nice, but that's the thing. Like you have to like I probably wouldn't be able to do like anything if I owned a proper owl. Like I would be like with them all the time, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, they take so much attention. Just like any animal that shouldn't be domestic.
Yeah. It's like once you know that you've decided I guess like maybe when you're older, when you're like you've fulfilled everything you wanted to do and then you just want to chill,
Yeah.
that's when you probably be like, okay, I'm gonna get
When you're in
I'm
the
gonna
fucking retirement home, fucking
yeah,
doing
I'll be like I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to this lovely pet because I love them
yeah,
and they're my
okay,
companion.
sir, get back to your room. That's gonna fucking be, dude. I'm like, I want to own an animal. Yeah, okay, man, get back to your room now. I remember when
right.
Taco Bell had potatoes.
Oh, that was so good, man.
She was
Man,
fire.
fuck,
Right, coming back to topic though with creative
I feel like
works and
I was
media.
gonna say, if I wanted to get more tattoos, I want to get more fucking Studio Ghibli references, bro. I want a house moving castle on my right shoulder.
Oh, that would be a good one
the
too.
yeah,
That would be
because
fucking sick.
the Princess Mononoke one is on my left shoulder, and I want the fucking house moving castle on the right.
Yeah, that'd be
And
good.
I don't know what else, but I have like a visual in my head. But holy,
Haha,
it's been-
Jonathan, you are banging my daughter.
excuse me.
Hmm?
It's a meme.
I've never
Okay.
heard of it.
All right.
Out of context.
Just drop that one.
Fuck. Well, how long have we got?
30 minutes.
What's
Quite
that?
a bit.
Like
I'd
about
say
30 minutes?
yeah.
We are currently at
But
1 hour.
I
30.
wouldn't. I would
Fuck,
say
dude.
we have like 30 minutes, 40.
Ish.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, would you guys say decorating your own house in the future would be a creative artwork?
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have
You're putting
Yeah.
so
effort into like, decorating your home.
Decorators and painters are like that's creative stuff. Because
yeah.
yeah.
How would you? Okay, I know like quite a bit of people, and this is something for me at least. Once I get my own place, I want my shit to be like gaming related stuff and all the like
Yeah.
music related stuff, and because that's all I've been doing all of my life. Anything art related to, I'm like a fucking. Can I even say it? I'm a slut for fucking art, bro. And this shit, I'm putting like
That shit makes me
paintings,
so happy. Oh my god.
paintings, artworks of my favorite artists on fucking walls, and it's just
Oh,
I don't know.
dude, the art commissions that I've had so far, I'm totally gonna get them like framed at some point because paying a decent amount of money for those and just having them as like desktop wallpaper, that's not enough for me. I need them like up and like on display because they're so fucking good.
That shit's so good.
Yeah,
I really appreciate art. Something about
that's
it.
great.
It's like I don't know, just to see someone putting so much effort into like, especially when it's for like something they enjoy. Like I really like fan art of like anything, especially when it's something like I'm into. Not to
Quote
sound
unquote
selfish,
fan
but
art.
yeah.
Yeah, boy. I mean, what?
do you
I
mean?
dread
Oh.
I dread the day when I start getting my own fan art. Good lord.
Oh, it's coming.
You dread the day. Why would you dread the day? It's
You know,
gonna
you
be
know the episode of
large.
SpongeBob where Mr. Krabs
Because
is like,
like
"You're not doing
dread is in like I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna be like, oh, you didn't have to like I'm gonna be like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah, but
Like I'm gonna be so
didn't have to,
like I'm gonna be like too grateful. Like I'm gonna be like, ah, why'd you draw me? You didn't have to do that. I want to pay you. Like that type of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
You did this for free?
Yeah, like because people are gonna do that and I'm gonna be like, edit. I didn't.
I'll be back.
I didn't. I don't know.
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Enjoy. Enjoy your.
I
Never
your
mind.
band.
Oh God. Okay, so one of our because we're doing this podcast in Discord and we have listeners right now. One of our listeners, Ninja from the previous podcast, just said, "Wait until people start drawing not safe for work caustic."
Oh, dear Christ.
No,
Just
that
you
I
wait.
no, I
Once I
don't
get
know
my
about that.
once I get my own OC, let's go.
Oh no,
And it's a
no.
W.
Yeah, man. I
and
mean,
it's
if you
a
have an
W
You
OC,
could
join
not
fucking.
cost
What,
like.
you gonna join Yaoi with us? Good lord.
God.
Someone's gonna do it, dude.
Someone
Come here,
will.
Caustic. Probably.
Hey, girl, you play League of Legends or what?
I still need to. I still need to get my own original character, bro.
I do as
my
well.
own character.
Dude,
Because
get your own VTuber. We'll collab, yeah.
oh god, VTubing.
Fucking collab.
That's a whole ass different like creative
Imagine having a PC
media.
that
I
could.
would
Oh
say.
yeah,
fucking trade.
as being a VTuber myself, it's wild. I'm going on a mad journey right now with all that stuff.
Busting, it really is.
Nearly 6 months into doing it. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Uh, I recommend it though. It's fun.
It's
It's a good time.
It seems like a really fun time. Like I
Oh,
watch you do
I,
it.
I
And you
know,
look like you're having fun.
it's definitely became very mainstream now. Like everyone and their mother's doing it, but I'd say it's worth it, and you don't even have to go like like full deep into like doing it. You don't need to be like, oh yeah, fully rigged up 2D, 3D model, full on face tracking or from your iPhone type of stuff. You can use a fucking PNG and you'd still be considered a VTuber. People, the community is very open and very welcoming about all that stuff. It's very nice.
I'm welcoming about you, dude. When you coming over?
What the fuck? You guys could have told me. I mean, you could have told me
he
that
can
you were
join
having-
in.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
Back it up.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
drinking more.
well.
Hold on.
You've fully just
Alright, I'm back.
segued that into fucking something.
Oh yeah,
Segway
it's
these.
become beautiful.
Segue these nuts. Well,
Here we are. Sweats, welcome back.
Thank you,
yes.
thank you.
Welcome back.
It's been turned. Thank you, thank you.
I did see something that we could probably maybe talk about for the last segment here
30.
of our podcast, because one of our listeners, Maya, said creative writing.
I can't write.
What do you think about
shit.
that? Now,
Like novels.
did you ever write?
Did
or,
Did
like,
you ever
manga?
write? Did you ever like do any maybe when you was younger fan fictions, perhaps?
I wrote fan
No.
fictions for 5 nights at fucking Freddy's.
Oh my
I did.
god, what?
I did.
God.
I did. And it was fucking good. Like I remember I made a video on it and it hit like nearly 150,000 views. And I
What
was so
the
embarrassed that I
fuck?
deleted it. And now it's gone from history and everybody
Why'd
just
you
has to take
delete
my
it?
So
word
I don't
for it.
That's-
so I don't believe
that
so I don't
shit-
believe you then.
That shit
and now
bussin'.
everybody just has to take my word for it. And I get on my little self.
What
I
was
like,
it about?
I don't care
Like,
if you're embarrassed. Okay. So if you could still look it up to this day, it's called Mike and Foxy, an unusual couple. And you should see r/r Bacon Man or something is the author. So here's the thing. It was about Michael Afton or whatever the fucking guy from the first game was called.
oh yeah.
And Foxy falling in love. They fell in love
Oh.
and just went from there. Yeah. So
What?
I remember in like the second or third chapter there was like porn. And
Oh no.
I was like, when I wrote it, it was like when FNAF 1 first came out. Like I was young and I read that out loud in the video. So, I remember
Oh.
deleting it, but to be honest, YouTube probably could have as well.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
So I don't know.
What?
Yeah, you can look
Holy
it up. Do you
shit.
see it? Here, I'll link it.
Holy shit.
Oh
Um,
my god.
So yeah,
I don't know if I
and I also
actually
like
I
to
do.
write.
I'm really, my handwriting is fucking dog shit, but like if I used to type out like funny stories when I was like really young. I remember like to this very day, there's only one story that I remember, and it was when I was obsessed with Spider-Man.
Oh, Pog.
Spadoodle
And-
Mans.
And
Nice little
this was
Spider-Man
when I think this was around when Spider-Man 2 came out. Like the film. And so that was like what, 2004? Yeah.
Yeah.
2004. And I wrote out like an entire just like it was like a full-on paragraph that like there was no like it wasn't spaced out or anything. There was like barely any like commas, like no like proper grammar or anything. It was just me just typing a full-on story in like one whole go of just Peter Parker and Mary Jane getting married.
That just sounds busting.
That's
Just
more
like a
canon.
whole, just like a whole ass story of them get like falling along, getting married, and all that stuff. And then I think it's something about like one of the villains came through and like attended their wedding or something
What the fuck?
Yeah, I
Dr.
think
We
it's
put
like
we put our shit
I'm
aside.
pretty. It would have been either Green Goblin or Doc Ock. It would have been one of those two. But yeah, they just showed up at the wedding,
Let's
just
put our hate
like.
aside to gather together at the wedding.
Yeah, we can't ruin the wedding.
Uh,
That's a weird fanfic, but I mean, it's not weird because that's more realistic than fucking Foxy and Michael fucking Afton falling in love. One of them is literally an animatronic.
dude.
Bro.
She's a female in my story. I remember people raging at me because I made her a girl, and Foxy's a guy. And that
Man.
shit was like, I would literally have people in my comments like, Foxy's a guy. You can't just make him a girl. And I would be like, guys, I literally like made it like the header of all my chapters. I was like, it's a girl in my story.
Yeah, this is not your story.
This is what I see. You don't understand.
Yeah, you.
And they were like really clowning me. I was like, get the fuck off my back, dude.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Guess who's
100%.
in the listeners? Oh, sorry, I got fucking distracted. Jay's in the while we're one of the hosts.
Fucking Jay, let's
what?
go! Jay, let's go!
Jay is a
That's a
professional hentai artist. He's been doing it for 17 years at this point, so
Yeah,
it's nice to have his
he
opinion.
also has a cheese on his head.
He does.
Oh,
He does,
He
Yes.
does. Very bald. Our very bald friend.
and
We
I
love him.
do be capping.
Now, back to topic. So,
sorry.
so we were talking about writing other fan fictions. Have you read fan
Too many.
fictions?
I read AOT
Right.
fanfictions constantly.
Quite a bit, I would say, but not a lot to an extent. I would say.
I don't genuinely go out and look for them, but I find them and I'm like, okay, fine.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, this
That
one
was I think the only time where I've ever read
It's a pretty
like
good bananas.
fan fictions were just like the ones that have been memed upon, like the fucking you know, like the Harry Potter one, or like the
Oh,
one that's
shit.
here we
really
go.
fucking.
Here we go.
It's like the one that's really bad where it puts like it combines like fucking everything. Where like has like Twilight, like vampires, like all that shit with Harry Potter.
Moaning
It's
Myrtle?
that Burning Myrtle.
Burning Myrtle.
and I hate it.
Cold Ones is a different breed of fucking YouTube content. It's insane.
The sex was poggers, but she gave me Hogwarts.
His voice is so unique. It's so great.
It's very. and
I'm so
Give it
glad he went with that.
Godfrey. Give it Godfrey's a blessing.
Go.
Jesus fucking Christ! Yeah.
I gotta get some
fucking
water.
Alright, cheers.
Already getting, yeah,
Oh,
let's
cheers.
I'll drink,
Water?
but then I'll get some. I'll drink this and then I'm gonna get some water just so I don't die tomorrow.
Alright, fair.
And you ever read like those really they're like what was it? They're like these fanfics that's really like how do I put it? Like really fucked up, like really gross and shit that
That's my
that
area.
people have read before. Like I remember one time like we was on VR chat during like the late 2017 days, like the peak, I guess, where it got super popular and all that stuff. And I just remember this Knuckles was just sitting there like at the front of the fireplace in the Great Pug, just reading like this really gross fan fictions, like bleh, like really horrible stuff. And we were
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck is happening right now? Because there was this one about like I'm not going to go too much into description because it is really bad, and I don't even think that even be worth even mentioning, especially this is going to go on YouTube. Like, let's just say it involved a woman obsessed with bugs. I'm just going to say that, and that's it.
Oh God.
Ugh.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
even
was.
need
It
to
was.
hear it.
That's what I mean. It was so bad, and we were all just there, just listening to it, and felt like we were about to throw up.
Jesus.
Ugh.
Yuck.
Wait, is that the one
It-
with the deer?
Dear?
Okay, never
No.
mind. Okay,
Wait,
okay,
it could have
never mind.
been. I don't even know.
Because if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, that shit is disgusting.
Wait,
I
I
don't.
wonder
I
if
don't
it.
want to know. But send me the link.
No.
I
Just so I
don't
know what
even.
You
to
don't
avoid.
want to.
Just so I know
You
what to
don't
I
avoid.
want
don't.
to.
I don't even know if I could even find it because it was just so like out of.
It felt like something you would read on like the deep web. It's so bad.
Oh wait, no, I think I found it.
Oh,
I just tried googling it like from the top of my head, like what it would like be.
I'm
Yeah.
honestly curious as to how bad this is. Send it to me.
All
I
right.
want to look. I'm gonna, and if I
Um.
hate it, I'll block you. But
Would you? Okay, so I don't even know if I could even if I even should even say this on this thing like what it's called, but
Hmm.
well, send it to me. I'll let you know.
I'm fearful. I'm fearful.
where should I put it? Should I just put
Just,
it
just
in
put
the
it in listeners chat. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, well you
Like,
guys
wait, does it have a?
for those that are gonna be watching or listening to this, you can try and find it yourself, but it's bad.
Yep. This is it. Yep. This is the. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
I kind of don't want to. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
it
Just for the title alone, I'm like, nah, I'm Gucci.
it's not good.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I've read it. Yep.
I'm good.
Don't read it. Literally, don't look it up. If you do, I will
Why do
kill
I
you
have
personally.
eyes?
Stop reading it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
Fantastic. Why
what
did you have to bring back this memory?
I didn't. All right, look, it's on the topic. All right, I'm just saying, like, it's just
You
crazy
disgusting man.
that I'm not disgusting.
Disgusting man thing.
This was read. No. This was read to us, and we were all gagging.
And you
They
couldn't
read it
eat?
to you. Oh my god. I can't
No, because
imagine like looking at it. Jesus.
it was almost like we just once they started reading it, we just wanted like it's like in a really fucked up weird way. We wanted to know what happened next.
No, it's like interesting, but it's so disgusting. It's because
yeah.
it draws you in. It's just like you can't stop reading.
I don't know, like it is crazy.
not
Like
one stop.
this is like the type of creative work where it's just like
The person doing it is way too
I-
talented to be doing something like that.
I don't know how they even like they it is baffling in a way. Like I mean, it even goes to like all the other suggestive arts and stuff that people have made out there, going on along the lines of certain categories that I won't say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like there is a thing for everyone, I guess.
And I don't know.
I guess so.
I don't want to know the people that are on that
On that wavelength, yeah.
genre. Yeah.
I know it's
But I mean, like we
Yeah.
said earlier, and to bring it back to the topic, anything is art.
Yeah.
anything is art.
Anything is art. Dude, it's fucking scary. Like, it's so many people have crazy talents that they just put into shit that is disgusting. But you know what? It makes them happy. It's what they like to do. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who are we to judge because
we ain't
can't judge, it's bad.
we ain't
but-
judging, but god damn it, dude.
It's like God. It's like why? Why do you subject yourself to this?
It's like you know you do you type of thing.
Is what it is, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of part of it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but yeah,
A little bit of trolling, yeah.
a lot.
Small amount, minuscule.
Small
Nice.
amount of trolling. Small amount of 3, 2, 1 drink.
Oh, my H2O
man.
is almost gone.
I'm about to be really messed up.
Yeah,
This
dude,
Kraken is starting to hit me.
I can feel my. Ooh.
Oh, it's 4:20 over here for me.
Let's go. It's 11:20 at night.
10:21.
You fool. You fool.
9:20.
You caught it before it changed, though. Nice.
Yeah, I just caught it.
Lucky.
but,
Lucky. Jay said he
so-
just lit a joint. Let's go.
Pog.
Feels good, man.
So
I think we're good
What's-
to wrap it up, honestly.
To
yeah,
be honest, I feel
Yeah.
good wrapping it up here.
you reckon?
Yeah, I
It's
think
fine. It's not nearly
Yeah, I
2
think-
hours, but it's a very good topic.
Yeah,
We wrapped it up, and
Yeah,
we
we've said all what we said. We've had we had a guest on here and talked about a lot of their perspective of art and their
it
experience.
was really
and
nice
all their
actually to
talents
have
and stuff.
someone like with that art perspective.
And yeah, that's why I'm so glad that Peach came on to talk to us about art and stuff because she's done so much of it. She literally told and even taught us a lot of things. It's great.
And
Yeah,
this
so-
podcast was in jeopardy tonight. We brought it back together, and here we are, and we did
We
it.
brought it back.
Yeah.
Brought her back.
I feel like I could have talked
Oh.
more about the art stuff,
I-
but I
it's
stopped,
alright.
bro.
It's
I
just
fucking
part of the
stopped.
podcast, man. You fucking move
Now,
on so fast.
I will say, as the last thing, I wasn't sure to even mention it, but I will say that we even we are starting. We've never really done podcasts before, and we're still getting the hang of things. So for the previous 2 episodes, if there has been any like weird issues and stuff that has came about with the previous podcast, we do apologize. We are still new to this and we are getting used to like making sure that it's the best that we can get it to be.
I mean, we're a team
pla-
of 4 people.
Yeah, and we are relying on also these bots that are recording for us in
Yeah.
Discord. So
We just
You
ask
got-
for
you
your
got-
patience with time.
yeah, give us time. We'll get things going better with better quality and all that stuff.
I can't say
and
much
we'll-
more though. I love this group of people. We put together a good group of
Yeah,
podcast people.
Yeah,
dude.
we're
I'll tell you
definitely
what.
improving. We're definitely improving.
As long
this
as
is
I don't
only
fall asleep.
this is
Yeah,
only the
fuck.
beginning. This is only the beginning, ladies and gentlemen.
As
Dude,
long
for
as I don't
context,
fall
last
asleep.
week Chief fell asleep halfway through the
Well,
podcast.
Yep, because
Not
he didn't
halfway. I would
fucking-
say
It was
the
halfway.
last
It
40
was
like,
halfway.
It was like halfway.
It was the
And,
last
and you
40
can hear us
minutes.
and we were like, "Where's Chi?" Like the last 30
Yeah,
minutes. We're
like
"Where the
we
fuck
were
did
like
Chi
we were
go?"
like you didn't say anything for so long. We were just like
I didn't even notice, bro. I was like,
then
I was
after-
vibing, you chilling.
And then after the podcast, he was still gone. And then he came back out of nowhere and said, like, I'll be right back. And then he switched to his phone and was in the tub. He
He's like,
was
"What's
in
up?"
his tub.
Gotcha.
Okay, dude.
Drunk off his mind, just in the tub, vibing on his phone.
It'll be like that.
I'm proud of you,
It
Chief, for
really
making
do
it
be
this
like
week. You've done it.
Yeah, you did
Yeah,
it.
dude, I made it to the last bit of the podcast.
Round of applause, guys. Round of applause.
We did it, everyone. Good job, everyone.
Good job.
Right, so before we end this here, one last drink with the boys.
One
On
more.
three,
The last sip
and
of
a
my
two,
H2O.
and a 1.
And a 2. And a 3.
And on that note, thank you everyone
I-
for sticking around for this podcast. Thanks to all the listeners that are with us live right now. Much appreciated to you all. And we'll see you next week for whatever we come up
Talk
with
about
next.
Yep.
Sir.
I want to add something for the people that's watching in YouTube. Let us know what's your favorite artist song wise or like whatever fuck, just to get like an engagement from you guys, people that's
That
listening.
would be very nice, actually. It could be
What's
favorite
your
artists,
favorite-
musicians, actual artists like drawing artists,
Yeah.
or just anyone really.
And plus, if you comment, we know you watched the whole thing because you heard this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm watching you.
And if you
Leave a
skip to the
like,
end, you are
subscribe
a
to the
fool.
video.
You have issues. Come on.
All right, you're cheating.
Watch the
Come
whole
on,
thing,
this
man.
this is not a speed run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Back it up.
And
can't just skim
if you
through
guys
it.
have like any suggestions for like next week's topic and everything, it's just like
Like we are an open book, guys. We want to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
we
whatever you
we're
guys
open for suggestions.
yeah, we have topics and stuff that we've noted down for ourselves, like that we've come up with in like a as a group. But if you guys got any topics that you'd love to have us
Yeah.
talk about for any future podcasts, then please let us know.
Yep.
Yeah, I am gonna be posting like a Discord link. I feel like we should do that. Should we do that? A
Yeah, I
Discord
think this should be a
link
public
to our public Discord where you can post if you're not like, oh yeah, I don't want to put it in fucking YouTube or whatever fuck, but or you want to be here every Friday and listening to us. We do have a Discord that we have like a stage and people are listening and give input and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah,
can join
if you
through
want
the link.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, if that's me. If you want to be with us live and just talk to us like in the listeners chat, and it helps us too, because it's like, we can
Gives
be talking
us
about something,
suggestions
and then
live.
and yeah, literally, people will say stuff in the chat, be like, on topic, and then we'd be like, oh yeah, just
Yeah, no one be like, yeah, that's fucking dumb. We're not gonna say that. So
no.
bring us those so we
Fucking
can
fool.
ignore you
Why'd you type?
completely. That'd be great.
or even better, like have some cheeky fucking drinks with us too while we're
Yeah,
fucking being
yeah,
blasted
we're
on
drunk off
podcast.
our mind right now. So if
I'm
you want to drink
getting
with
there, but
us,
not. Yeah,
I'm not.
we're like Caustic said, we're pitting you to this kind of stuff, but we're
Yeah.
really open to
we're
like
working on it.
open to like people engaging. I like engagement from viewers and that kind of stuff. I like whether it's like negative feedback or like a good feedback. It's something to reflect on and actually improve.
And it will help us improve.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely.
Exactly.
Sweats, do you have any
So,
thoughts?
yeah, Sweats,
No,
anything else?
I don't know. I'm good.
All right. Well,
Give me any
with that,
thoughts?
with that,
Call me up.
I-
What's up?
with that note, as I said already, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next time, and yeah,
Peace. Thank you
Peace
guys so
out,
much for
everyone.
listening.
bye, bye, everyone. Bye.